Okay, birdie players. Today we're talking about setting reachable goals, setting goals that are specific and under your control. Then we're going to go to post-shot routine, and we're going to talk about emotional neutral response to an undesirable process or outcome. But before we do all that, we're going to do a little warm-up. So get ready. Make sure you got your birdie book available as well.
All right, we're going to do a few warm-ups now. First thing we're going to do is lay on our back with our arms to our side and lift our upper body up and create a plank. Next we're going to do, or try this one, where you have a bench or something you can put your feet on and lift your body up to a position with your arms to your side and do a plank. Or you can take your hands, put them behind your head and do the same thing. That would be a great way to do it. Next thing we're going to do is about 10 squats where we go down for the count of 5, then back up. Try doing that. We'll follow that up by doing a few lunges. Let's do it about 20 feet out and 20 feet back. Do a stretch. I'm laying on the ground here with my one leg to the side, one leg over, and I turn my body to the side opposite of my leg. Just look at the picture, try to do that. Then we do a little hamstring stretch just to finish things off, and that'll be our warm-up for today. So let's do those and we'll get right back to it.
Well, setting a goal that's reachable and specific and under your control isn't like walking out the door saying, I'm going to flap my arms and I'm going to the moon. It's probably not going to happen. We want something that's specific and reachable. Let's say you've been getting a C in science class. And a reachable goal would be to maybe get a B if you study hard and do specific things under your control, and making those things happen. Then the other thing we're talking about is an emotional neutral response to an undesirable process or outcome. That's more about something that you can't control because somebody else is in charge of it. And, your siblings, way they act and how it affects you, they break one of your things. You can't do anything about that, but you can have an emotional response to that. And how do you deal with that? We'll talk about the 4 R's again. Remember those? And there's a way to control our emotions, not only on the golf course, but in our normal life stuff. So we'll talk about that. But first off, I'm going to show you an activity that will be something I want to work on that has specific and reachable goals. And it's got to do with my pitch shot. All right, golfers, here's my setting a reachable goal. I have out there about 35 yards out, I have a marker as a noodle on a stick, and I have 35 yards in my backyard. It's over this little white fence I have out there. And my shot that I want to get good or get better at is one that's this distance so I can get up and down from 35 yards and only one putt. That would lower my score. So I've been really struggling with that shot. So what I've got is I got 10 golf balls, 9 white ones and 1 bright green one. Okay, the bright green one is the one I'm going to use as my, hey, this shot has to count. It's my last shot. But I'm going to practice with my 9 first. So I want you to take 9 shots. It's going to be just like this. We're going to take this little shot. We're just going to practice our 35-yard shot. Now, around my marker out there, I have a hose, a garden hose. I made my ring that I want to get it in, my shots into. So, of my 10 shots, my first goal that I want to be specific about is 5 within that target. So I'm shooting there. I've got one in. When it comes to my last ball, it's going to be my bright green one. And this is the one that counts. This is my tournament ball. So I'm going to take that, shoot, and there we go, about 3 foot from the hole. That's specific, under my control, and it's reachable. I'm trying to get 5 out of 10, then I'm going to try to get 6 out of 10 and keep growing it to make me a better golfer. I just hit a bunch of shots, didn't quite meet my goal. I hit one that was really bad. You know, you want to slam down your club sometimes. You want to hit yourself in the head and you're going to pout and rave, and, you know. But the problem is, if you deal with your emotions that way, you're going to remember those bad shots. What you want to do is be on a neutral ground with your emotions. You don't want to get overly concerned about one situation. Go back and try it again. Remember when you hit a good shot. Try to put that in your memory. That should be part of your post-shot routine. And when you're out on the golf course or you're doing something in life, bring back that good memory and try to duplicate that. That will help you along your life's road and your golf's road. All right? All right, guys. Here's what I would like you to do for your post-shot activity. It's not a game or anything so much. Of course, you're birdie players, you're growing up, you're getting to learn more and need more responsibility. But one of the things I like to do is tell stories about the greatest shots I ever had. I don't like to tell stories about the worst shot I ever had. But I like to tell stories about great shots. And I always remember that shot that I had, that I fired it out there. And last year I had one that was a second shot on a par 4 from 165 yards. I hit the ball. My friends weren't watching, but the ball went in the hole. We got up to the green. They go, "Where's your ball?" And I said, "In the hole." They didn't believe me. We had to go out there and look in the hole. And it was a fun shot to remember. And I put that in my memory, specifically if I play that hole again, about that shot. And that's a great way to reproduce something that you've done before. Now that's going to be hard to reproduce, but that's something that you can draw back on. It's going to give you confidence in your next shot. Also, think about that as you're working on your next, anything you're doing that you want to have confidence in. Draw from something that you did really great one time and try to put that into your mind as you're doing this new thing, okay? So here's what I'd like you to do. It's not a golf activity, but I want you to write a story, your story, about that great shot. And then I want you to write that story about something that you did in your life that you just remember was one of the coolest things in your life. Now remember, still got to be humble about it, but it's a great thing to draw into as you're going through life. It's something to draw into as you're trying to make good decisions and make quality shots. All right? So write a little story. That's your non-golf routine. Love to see it. Post it out there for us to look at. That would be fun. All right? All right, birdie players. Now sometimes we get frustrated. I want to throw this in here as our bridge to life. And I'm going back to par lesson. Okay? When we get emotional about something on the golf course, we get frustrated. What are the 4 R's? We replay. Okay, we replay the incident. We think about it. We relax, take a deep breath. All right. Now we get ready and we redo the shot. Okay? Not like a mulligan redo, but our next shot. We try to go that way. Because if we don't do that right away, we carry it to the next shot, we're going to remember our post-shot routine is our last shot, not the shot that we thought of a long time ago that was really great. And that's how we want to pull this together. Don't sit there and fret over the last shot. You're going to take 80, 90, 100 shots on that golf course over 4 hours. They're not all going to be perfect. If you let one shot affect the other, you're going to be in trouble. All right? Replay, relax, get ready, and redo. Okay, we got one more thing to do. You know you got to do your birdie book. So get it out, turn to page 42, and I want you to fill this out. This is part of your lesson. To go to the next level, you need to do this kind of stuff. Okay? You're going to specific goals for putting. Think about those, and you're going to make a list. Okay? Then you're going to have maybe a putting course, and you're going to put a score down. And you're going to see how this all balances throughout your whole thing. Next one is specific goals for practice. You're going to go through those. You're going to have 3 attempts at each one of the areas that's in your book there. I'm not going to read them all. Then you're going to page 44, set goals under your control. I want you to mark those off and we'll put some options on the bottom. And finally, I want you to go to page 45, what is under your control in golf, all right? Write that down. That's your homework. Remember, certification means that you're doing this stuff. So get after it. Have a good day.